But there are many of you who have been thinking of having a feel of UK education. Okay, you've always said to yourself, oh, I've studied in Ghana, I want to have a feel of foreign education, particularly the United Kingdom education. Well, the good news is that there's a fair, an education fair, being organized by Astolinks International, which is a leading overseas education advisory agency in Ghana. And there are, reps from UK universities to engage students and their parents, and we're telling them the opportunities available for them in the UK, and they'll also be able to answer all the questions that you have. This morning, we're joined by Richard Obingasuming, who's CEO of Astolinks International Ghana. He'll be telling us more about the Think UK Fair. Richard, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Thank you very much for joining us. I hope you're doing very well.
I'm well. Thank you.
Great. So tell us. I mean, the Think UK Fair. What's the whole idea? What's the purpose of it?
Good morning to our fantastic viewers and listeners all over the world. Yes, the purpose of bringing this Think UK Fair is to bring the universities to Ghanaian students, for them to have the opportunity to engage them, talk to them, and experience what normally they would have experienced so far as application process and visa process would have been. So my team and I decided that instead of students going online sometime trying to look for information, why don't we bring the universities here to Ghana? They'll have the opportunity to meet them, talk to them, and then ask them any question that probably may be bothering them, and then also have the opportunity to start their journey, the application process. Yeah, that's why we decided to bring the Think UK Fair. And secondly, also, a lot of Ghanaians want to travel. And we want them to travel legitimately through education. And that is why we are saying that they should, we have decided to bring this program for them to come and experience it themselves. So that if they have an intention to travel, we believe that at this particular moment, Education UK is the best in the world. They should consider that one.
Great. And, talking about bringing the universities in at this point in time to even ask all the questions. And you're right. In our time, I mean, after you've gained admission, then the universities will go around the world and they get into Ghana, then they show up and you are now asking questions when you could have asked questions even before applying. But also of importance is the universities who will be attending, or the institutions in the UK that will be coming to Ghana. So what are these institutions? Which universities are coming to Ghana?
We've got fantastic universities with excellent reputation in teaching and research. We've got universities like Liverpool. We've got Aston University in Birmingham. We've got Brunel University in London. We've got TISA University in Middlesbrough, University of Sunderland. We've got York St. John University in York and London campus. We've got the University of Law. We've got pathway providers. So these providers are the ones that, no matter the grade that you've got, they have a pathway to lead you. These are Navitas, Oxford Education. We have, and then a Pearson English for those who do not really meet the English language requirement and they may want to write an English proficiency test like Pearson. Or if somebody is listening to me and they are nurses or teachers and they want to look for employment, they can take advantage also of the Pearson test. So all these organizations are joining us this great morning.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So if one is attending the event, I'm sure the question they would ask is, what should they come with? Is there any registration fee they have to pay today before they get in there?
I'm happy to state that there is no registration fee. It's open to every Ghanaian. It's free. Come and just meet us and the universities and we'll share the information. What you need to come along is, if you have soft copies of your educational document, like you have your certificate, your transcript, your passport, your birth certificate. We are now, the president said we should go into digitization. So you can have soft copies of all these documents. You just go through the registration process, you scan, get the code and go through the process and meet us. So you don't need to come with any other hard documents.
Wow.
Of course, if they don't have the soft copies and they want to bring the hard documents for us to access them to, the opportunities there.
Great. So you say this today. Where is it happening?
The event is taking place at one of the top hotels in Accra, Marriott Hotel. It's at the airport city, just more or less like around Burger King. Burger, yeah. So it's just the Marriott Hotel. If you just go to your phone, if you want to use Uber or Bolt, you just click Marriott Hotel, and the taxi or the Uber or the app will lead you straight to the hotel.
And at what time is it starting?
10 o'clock a.m. And
Oh,
we'll
so
be
just in
ending-
about 2 hours it's starting.
Yes, I'll be ending by 4 p.m. Yeah.
Great. So I mean, I know that this event is being organized by Astrolinks. We started by introducing it that Astrolinks is organizing this. Tell us about the company and yourself, Richard. It's very important we get
Thank
to know
you. Thank you. So, viewers, my name is Richard Obiansumi. I'm the founder of Astrolinks International. I had the opportunity to go to school in the UK. I'm a teacher by profession, a science teacher. So I did PGC, postgraduate certificate in education with London Metropolitan University. I specialized in science. And then from there, I went to the University of Birmingham. And after these programs, I stayed in the UK and I taught in a public funded high school in the city of London for 5 years. And then I came back to Ghana to set Astrolinks with the aim of helping Ghanaian youth who legitimately want to travel for academic pursuit. So that is what I have come to do. So if you want to ask about me, that is basically about it. I'm a Ghanaian, and my passion is to see every young Ghanaian acquiring the right skills and knowledge that can help us to develop our country so that our country can become better than it is today. Yeah,
So you set up Astrolink just to help Ghanaian students
of course.
who are seeking higher education,
Higher education.
in the UK.
Yeah.
You've talked about how you finished and worked for about 5 years
Yes.
before coming back into Ghana. Can graduates who come to this fair, when they get to the UK, will they also be given that opportunity to work?
The fantastic news I've got to share this morning is that if you are a Ghanaian, whether undergraduate or postgraduate student, if you have the opportunity to study in UK now, once you are studying, you are allowed to work 20 hours a week. On holidays, you can work full time. As soon as you graduate, you are eligible. If you had followed the processes, you are eligible for a 2-year post-study work permit that allows you to stay legitimately in UK for 2 years and work full time to gain skills, imbibe their culture, and then come back home to do something with your life and also affect the generation here. Apart from this, those who are married, one opportunity is that if you decide to study in UK, don't live alone. Your spouse can join you and also work to support you during your study. If you have children below 18 years and you can find admission for them in a public funded school, they can study for free. And these are some of the fantastic things people gain or get when they have the opportunity to travel to the UK to study.
That's nice.
Yeah,
So it means, post-graduation employment
of course.
is secured.
Yeah.
But before you go, I mean, just a bit of advice to the general public about any pitfall they should avoid if they wish to study abroad.
Thank you. This is very, very important. If you want to travel to any country, let me use UK as a case study. I want to advise you on 3 things. First of all, be honest yourself. Do not provide fraudulent documents like providing fraudulent bank statement, pay slips, employment letter, educational document. If you do this, we are in a digitization era. The embassy will find out and they will refuse you the visa and they will also ban you. Number 2 thing you should avoid. Be careful. Don't just give your documents to people because you go to church with them. They are your friends or your loved ones. They are very accredited, fantastic, recognized institutions or agents. Please engage them, deal with them like Astrolinks. If you do that, because of the credibility and because of the partnership that institutions like us have, we will always make sure that we protect your interests and also make sure that we do what is right for you. And number 3 is that if you want to travel, please seek professional advice. Sometimes some of the students choose schools that they don't consider the tuition fee, they don't consider the location. You may get visa all right to arrive in the country, but you may find it difficult to be able to pay the rest of the fees. Not all juicy information that you find online are normally true. So they should always consider certain factors like the cost of tuition, the location of the school, even the value of the cost to the Ghanaian economy and even in the UK. If you don't consider these things and you just travel to the country to study, it may not be useful to you. And lastly, for example, there are certain destinations people are promoting. Go to countries like I don't want to mention any country, but
Sure.
there are certain countries no matter even the scholar, if they are giving even scholarship, you must be very, very careful. I like UK because of the proximity, because of the culture, because of language, because of the fact that UK is an equal opportunity country. Look, I was born and raised in Ghana. I have a typical Ghanaian accent. But when I graduated from the UK, I was able to become a science teacher in a public funded school. It doesn't happen in most countries, but UK will give you that opportunity. And this is the reason why I tell students that if you want to travel to any country to study, consider some of these factors before you make a decision.
Great. So once again, where's the fair happening and at what time?
It's happening at Marriott Hotel today from 10 o'clock a.m. to 4 p.m. Marriott Hotel is in Accra. Yes.
Who should attend?
The event is open to every Ghanaian, high school graduate, nurses with diploma, teachers with diploma, university graduates, those with master, they want to go into PhD, parents and stakeholders, anybody who want information and they want to acquire knowledge. Please, you are all invited to join, including you.
I would be there after the show.
Finally,
from you, what would you say to our listeners?
Once again, I want to say that Astolinks and the universities this morning is organizing the Think UK Education Fair purposely to let you know that there's an opportunity for you to study in the UK. The future is exciting. I want you to come and speak to the universities yourself, know the requirement, the cost involved. If there are scholarship opportunities, come in and engage the universities and get this information. One thing I want people to know is this. A lot of them, when they come, they say, okay, can we get full scholarship? Please, if you are coming, have it in mind that education is an investment. As some of us, when we get money, we want to build a house, buy a nice car. Consider the UK education as an investment. If you really invest money into it, it will have a significant effect in your life. It will improve your future career and your educational goals. So they should think about it this way and come, and we will support them. And I know that they wouldn't regret so far as Education UK is concerned.
Thank you very, very much, Richard Obingasumi, who is CEO of Astolinks International Ghana, for joining us. So, folks, you know where you have to be, at Marriott's Hotel, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Think UK, okay? If you want to have UK education, why not? That's the platform for you. Maybe you want to work, you are a nurse, you want to engage in work and all, there's also an opportunity for you. So please make sure you go there. This is the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7